Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Really appreciate you taking the time. So, ever had one of those days or one of those months? Yep. Well, one of those years maybe. Yeah. Well, anyway, here's hoping. Here's hopping. It's going to get better. So I started this journal last year, this time, and at this time. And just other things got in the way. So of me being able to get back to creating this. So I finally have finished, and it's a big one. It's a big book, and this is for a very, very special girl, a niece of mine that I love very, very much. And I've started this, like I said, a year ago for her, and I'm finally getting it done because I'm going to be seeing her soon. So I want to be able to take it to her. So here it is. Here's the book without further ado. It's just about just 8 1/4 maybe, and it is about 6. It has a for sure 2 2 1/4 inch spine. This is lace that has been glued on. And this is the back, just plain and nice, because that was such pretty lace. I didn't want to cover it all up. And this is the side that keeps it all enclosed. And as you can see, it's a beautiful Mr. Rabbit. So, and this little one up here comes off. And I'm not sure whether I'm leaving that on or not, but anyway, it's on there for now, and it's on with a little clip. So I'm not going to tell you how I did everything in this video because it's just going to take too long. So I'm only going to just go through this and basically give you a rundown and the walkthrough of the pages. All right, so like I said, it's was made with the file folder, and it was covered with lace, and has a binding of the ribbon, and it has a 3-fold pamphlet, a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So 3 signatures. I do have a little bit of a dingle dangle here on the side, which isn't cooperating too well. So so it's a little tassel and a little tag, and I've got some texture on that, and another little tag, and then the tree of life. So that's relevant. Anyway, isn't that beautiful? So here we go. Let's have a look inside and get to it. So the ribbon comes around the back, so, and it's attached onto the front under the card. This is 3 layers, and the bunny, Sir Mister, and he that opens up like that. The lace continues from this side at the back and to there, and through the underneath. Okay, so when you get inside here, the first thing you see is this, and you have to take a peek. Something's peeking out, and here is a little cutie pie. Oh lordy, sometimes it's the simplest things that entertain me. So there you go, back in, and like I say, it has 3 signatures. It's pretty big. 3 good-sized signatures, and I think they're like 12 or 14 pages each. Full-size pages, so in half and both sides. You know how it goes. So anyway, here are the beautiful, beautiful rabbit prints that I just fell in love with. And then there's lots of lace on the sides. It does lay fairly flat. If I can get the jewelry out of the way. And there's lots of tuck spots in here. And lots of lace material. And add-ons like this. And some vellum pockets and some stamping. I'll try and point this out as we go through, but like I say, it could be ridiculously long. So just a tuck spot, and the back of them have all been printed. So not always with the same print, but just in case I don't flip them all over, you'll know that. And then there's another little card, but these ones are blank. Okay. So there's a little vellum pocket, so that goes in. Little tuck spot, and another great big card that's blank on the back. And here's a little cutie pie as well. This one comes out, it's a little bunny in a cup. Says chase the sun. I probably won't read all these to you either, but these little motivational quotes throughout the book. You can read them for yourself, I'm sure. So that goes in. Ribbon and some buttons. Little teacups. Spaces for journaling. And lots of fun flips. I'm using the flower fairies. So this is basically a garden and with bunnies and flower fairies. This is a little pocket. And often there's paper in there too. So once I get going, like I said, I'm going to just not talk so much and or point everything out because there's so much in here. A number of these little double-sided papers for writing, and lots of blank space for journaling as well. Gosh. And I flip way to heck over here. And another little card. A little envelope. Oop. It's just an envelope. And some of them are glued and some of them have left open because I know sometimes people want to write a little note in there. That's why I've left those like that. Another little card. And I have the artist. I got these off the internet. And somewhere back here I'll have a card that has the artist name. I do want to recognize her because I've used these a couple of times in other books. And I just love them. Vellum, tuck spot. On the fairy wings I have put, where did it go? I have put Opal Magic in the turquoise satin, and I just love it, and it smells so good. There's also lots of gold paint on the trims of the pages as well, and all of these little dandelion seedlings that blow around. I've given them all a little bit of a shimmer, which you can see in some light anyway. In others it's not too obvious, but it just makes you look. Made you look. So here's a little envelope in a pocket, and again just a little envelope with a little bit of paper inside, and that's inside to there, and paper clipped on. Another flipper. Some bunnies inside. There's a little pocket on this one. And when I do a book, I have 2 or 3 main themes, and then I use 2 or 3 other digital kits for embellishment and things that I think go with it, and I just add them in and add to it. So sorry if I'm getting out of space here. I'm trying to not get the rest of the desk mess in, but these are little doilies, paper doilies, and you can also tuck something under there if you wanted to. This flips up, and this flips open. And another vellum pocket with some paper. And isn't that beautiful? So pretty. She has a little boy, and he's just a darling. My niece has a little boy who's just a darling, and I think he's going to enjoy this too. So I have the little dandelion seeds all through the book. It's just, they're scattered everywhere. There's also some other stampings that I've done, and I'll try and point them out. There's grasshoppers, then there's snails, and there's rabbits, and as well as the seeds. I don't know if there's anything else, but there probably is. I've probably forgotten most of it. Okay, so this is just a little envelope, and there's a card. And that's sticking in there, sneaking. And various size pages and ribbon. Film pocket, paper behind. Here's another flip. This one opens, oops, and this little envelope opens, and there's a little bit of paper inside. And that can go back. And that's held down with that. Well, there's a little embroidered antique lace. There's a little little fairy, the chestnut fairy. See the gold on the edges? So that pops in that pocket. I loved this material, scrap bits that I had, and anyway, I had lots. I was going to show you the whole big bundle, but I'm not going to do that. Stay on track here. So more little guys and more pocket tucks. Yeah, little flower. Little corner tuck. There's a snail. And a little guy peeking over the hedge. Some of this material throughout. Another little card. This little pocket over here. And a little, oopsie, sorry. Another little flower fairy card. You can journal on these spaces too if you want, if she wants. There's a little die cut negative and another card tag. And I'll try and link all the different prints, digis that I used for those that like them and might like to check them out on Etsy. So, gotta sit down. And here I have, these guys made me laugh. They're not a digital, but it's a card that my friend sent me when I was starting to get gray hairs. So this is about gray hairs. It's so cute. And this is just a little pocket, triangle pocket that if she wants to add anything, she's got that for available to her. There's a stamped bunny. Lace in the corners as well on some pages. Another envelope. Open. Empty. And here's a bigger, here's just a little bit of ribbon on the edge here. And there's another envelope with some paper in it. And, oops, back you go. A lot of the bunnies, like I said, I put gold paint on here and on some of the pages and on some of the fairy wings and some of the bunnies or whatever that I wanted to shine. I don't know if you can see that. And then there's another little doily with an antique doily center. And you could tuck things in there and under there. Some crochet lace. And some of these bits now, I don't know if those are going to drive anybody crazy, but it's pretty old material that I use, so it's fraying pretty bad. So they can be just cut off. And you can see the back end, and there's the lace around the back of the books and on the signatures and on the fronts. They've all got their binding edge done with some lace on them. So that was the first signature. Here's the second. There's that material again. And there's those crazy gray hairs again. And then there's a couple of, this one I put some crackle paste on. And you can see it a little bit. And just some inking on the back and stamping. And that's a belly band. And there's some tabs, page tabs. And I've made it fairly, it's dainty, but I didn't want it too precious. So I've got a lot of, roughed up edges and torn and folded corners. Another little bucket. There's a little bunny, a little fairy, another little piece of note paper, both sides. Oops, it goes this way. So that'll just slip in there. There's the gray hairs, more gray hairs, different than those two. Anyway, there's a gardening tag. And blank on the back, journaling space, belly band. And there's the corners. So I said, the adorable. He's everywhere. I mean, you can see him dressed up all kinds of ways, but little brown noser. And here's the card. Now this is today's toil, tomorrow's pleasure. I think it says. I think it's Hannah Lore Coral. I'll give you a shot of that. Anyway, you can find all kinds of go to Pinterest. You can find all kinds of things there. So some little buttons and some old antique safety pins, pink and brown ribbons, and a couple of little die cut flowers. And the wings, I did the wings in that shiny stuff. Sorry, I whacked the stand off the camera. And that page goes all the way over there. Another die cut, music notes, a tag that flips up. And on this side of it, a little tiny pocket at the top, and another little paper. Hope if that stands up. It's just vellum paper, so I debated whether to just glue those down, but I'm going to let her know. She should just maybe do that if they start to get ragged. Anyway, a couple of, there you go. After a day in the garden, that's just what you need. Sit and enjoy it. And then there's a little snail again. And then a little short page. And then a little pocket over here with some paper. Paper crochet. And that's the center of this signature is exposed the threads, and on the ends of them I've just put some little tags. And then there's that's just a tuck spot. You see the blue? That's on all the pages. That's that blue paste, turquoise satin paste, and it just goes throughout the book and brings all the pages together, makes a cohesiveness between the pages. So does the gold paint. And then this is just a bit of a card. You can probably see why it took me so long. These little pages here, they can flip either way too, you know, because there's something on both sides. So I'm gonna leave it on this side. That goes nice. Another little pocket way over here. And in this one there's, how have I done here? Oh, it just goes like that. A little flip book on a card. And here's a little dingle dangle hanging on this little card that I had put in here because I thought he was just so cool. And a little eyelet, star-shaped eyelet, and a couple more little tags, again with the tree of life. And he's glowing. He's glowing in the moonlight, and he just goes on there. Another cup of tea, stamped bunny. These are Lavinia stamps. And then this is a double pocket, and there's a big card at the back. And there's another little card. And another little card. The garden painting. And this little guy. I thought her son would love to have this to play with. Eek. That's how I feel. Eek. Anyway, he goes in there and peeks out of the pocket. Some of the pages in the center of the signature have lace as well on the inside edges, like I said, and then on the outside edges on a few as well. Another vellum pocket, and here's a little vellum envelope that I just wanted to just include and stick it in there so she can have that if she wants to add it. And there's the gang again. That's me and all my gray-haired friends. Okay. Some tape as well. And aged it up. And added that. There's another little card. and die cuts, and a little tag, a little pink lace tag, and a little snail. And you know, I never thought of myself as froofy. Is that the word? Fluffy. But I love paper like this. It just it's quite feminine, and I really like it. And I've enjoyed making the book with it. And there's our last signature, edged, a couple of different layers, levels of lace. I did some stamping all around too. I added stamping to the pages just to, I don't know, again, bring them all together, kind of. These weren't on the print page necessarily. Some are, like that is, but anyway, that's my addition. So there's a little gang peeking out from the back. They can't get out. It's not a removable. But there's a little fairy girl, flower fairies. That's what they're called. Flower fairies. Yeah. Yeah. You know why. And stamping. Paper. Vellum pocket. Welcome to my garden. I like the way that sticks through. But like I said, they may need to get stuck down. I'll leave that to her. And another little pocket here on a flipper. Little paper note. And another little envelope. And some paper inside. And that's just on a card with some lace or some ribbon. So those go in there. And there's another button. And the pine cone. Shiny. Can you see those wings shining? It's you don't see it all the time. You have to be in the right light. So and that's how it is with fairy wings. And there's another little envelope, some paper in it, and another one of those beautiful plant cards. Some material, decorated, very textured. Even this waxy stuff that I put on, the turquoise satin from Prima. Of course, I use a lot of Tim Holtz products, and we're going to give him a thank you for the inks, basically the paint that I've used for stamping and edging. Note space. And there's the Queen of all Fairies, apparently. And a little booklet, paper for notes. And went through and I put the gold as well on any of the die cut flowers that are in here. So at the end, I'll go through this again, just flipping pages without explanations so much, just so that, because there's so much to see, it's just crazy. So there's gold, another double pocket, doing, and I've put these in here like that. Short page buttons. That one I did glue down. That's vellum. I did glue that. Oh, and I added this kind of thing too to the pages. They don't all look like this when I say it's a digi-kit. It may not look like this when you go looking for it. It's just this part. A lot of these things I added in myself. don't want to lead you astray there down the rabbit trail. Little bunny tag. Vellum. Antique pin. Little crochet lace. And the soft pink, which I used as the tie. I've got that throughout on a number of the pages. And here's a little fairy jumping over a daffodil. Not daffodil, I keep calling them daffodils because I'm looking out my window seeing daffodils. Dandelion sorry. Sheesh, I know why I get the gray hair book. Okay, so, and here is a little booklet that I made. A little garden book. Little tiny attacher staples. Little lace. And that just fits in that little pocket right there. And that's the middle of the last signature. And again, I've left it so you can see the strings. It's embroidery floss, tricolored, kind of pretty, like that. So it's nice and strong, and yet it's soft and excellent for binding. And there we go. I love these. Another little pocket back here. Music paper. Oh, just a little fairy card. And then another drawing. And this little safe paper clip has decorated on the front, and that just slips on there like that, like a so easy. Okay, there we go. And I glued that one down too, and lots of texture there. And I was watching for the grasshoppers, but I know I put grasshoppers in here. And there's a little tag going in that pocket. Ribbon, lace, very textured, very full. So writing in this is going to be a bit of a chore, I think. Maybe just to put a hard page underneath or something. But it's just for fun. You don't have to hand your work in. And there's another little vellum. And I'm still debating this so much, so by the time I actually get this to her, I might have already glued these down and then put these in the different pockets or something, but because I'm really concerned that it's not going to last. Anyway, little butterfly, and lots of layers even this way. And another pocket and a nice big wheelbarrow card. Another belly band. And that is cute. A little garden shed, I guess. All the produce on the outside. Another tab. And this is just a little envelope And in there is a card from me to her, to them. And this flips up. Another cup of tea. And more lace. And that's that story, the rabbit from the story. What's he called? And then another little card. So I love these because you could just stick them back the way you want them. You could put it underneath or put it over top. You know, it's up to you. It's your book. Real, not perfect. I love that. And again, small music notes, large music notes, small writing pages. It just varied, all varied. Lace. And another antique pin. And at the end here, I put this one, Begin the Adventure. So I thought, that's great. At the end of the book, and there's a little postcard. Some old writing on it. And title, butterflies. And the very last page, and the inside of the book. So like say, made this a little longer so it can go up this and cover the outside pages, and then flip in